Hello everybody, today I'm going to be telling you guys what's on my iPad 2020. The case of my iPad is rose gold and it can stand up really easily. My iPad also doesn't fall out. It also has this elastic to open and close the case really easily. My iPad is a 2018 6th generation iPad and it's 32 GB. Which I just think is enough because I'm not going to be using the storage too much. And as you can see from this clip, the color of my iPad is silver. The wallpaper of my iPad is a default wallpaper and I couldn't be asked to change it, so it's been like that since I got it. The first page of my iPad are all the default apps, and the only app that I use here is Books, but other than that, I don't use anything else. Books is an awesome app. I love it so much because all or most of the books are either really cheap or free. And I also like how it's almost just like paper because when you're turning the page, it actually kind of looks like paper. I'm currently reading The Adventure of Sherlock Holmes, and I have loved this app so far. I have a really big reading list, so I better get onto it. Next, I am actually doing the apps that I've installed, and number one is GoodNotes 5. I love this app so much. I use it like on a day-to-day basis, and I use it to take notes, make mind maps, revise, literally anything you can think of with like notebooks. I would highly recommend this app if you are into note taking and if you want like an app that you can note take with your handwriting, then I highly recommend this app. You can also import PDFs and annotate those. There's many settings on the actual pen stuff. So there's a fountain pen, a ballpoint, and a brush pen. You can also highlight and make shapes, and it's just awesome. I also journal. This is the journal I downloaded from Paperlog Ahang. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I love her videos, and if you like to see her videos, you can always check her out. So as I said, I use it on a day-to-day basis because I journal every single day, and yeah, it's very relaxing, I guess. The organization system in GoodNotes 5 is also really good because you can make folders in folders, and you can have like a notebook, and then you can have a folder in a folder, and it's just awesome. Like I can organize anything that I want to, and I also use it to do like past papers and stuff. Next up, I have Microsoft OneNote. This app is actually free, unlike GoodNotes, which was $7.99. Microsoft OneNote I use a lot on my Chromebook, and I type notes up, and then I kind of just make notes out of that. There is a drawing section or setting in Microsoft OneNote, but I don't really tend to use it that much because it's just not that good, and there aren't a lot of like settings. I did try it out a few days ago, as you can see, but it just didn't work for me. You can also highlight your notes, which is a good option, and I do use it sometimes. Next up, I have Google Classroom. For the sake of my privacy, I won't actually be showing this app. But anyways, next up we have Quizlet. Quizlet is an amazing app. I use it like when I'm revising. You can basically just make flashcards and you can do like anything with those flashcards, and you can like learn them, play match games, and you can play a lot of games with it. I do like it a lot because you can literally learn anything in like a couple of minutes. Next we have Mathway. On iPads you actually don't get the calculator app, so I had to download one sooner or later, and Mathway is my calculator app. Next up I have Seneca. Seneca is actually not an app. I instead added it to my home page, and yeah, I use it to revise a lot because you can learn a lot of things on it, and it's already like built in so you don't have to do anything. I highly recommend it if you're doing GCSE. Next is another app that I added it to my home screen, and that is Physics and Math Tutor. There's a lot of ads on this website, but you can like do past papers and make notes off of their notes. There's also flashcards, which I find really helpful, and there's a lot of things, yeah. MME is Math Made Easy, and I use it a lot to do past papers and stuff. Netflix, who doesn't love Netflix? I use Netflix, well, to watch shows, and yeah, I use it on an okay basis. Like, I don't use it every single day, but I do use it, so yeah. I forgot to mention that the 3 apps at the bottom are Safari, YouTube, and Settings. Out of these 3, I use YouTube the most because I like to watch a lot of things, but Safari is like my browser, and Settings I use, well, to do some setting stuff. Last but not the least is Minecraft. It's the only game that I have on my iPad, and honestly, I could play it all day long if someone gave me the chance to play all day long. I use it to play on the servers rather than build something because I like to use my phone for building. But I love this app so much. Like, I could literally play on it all day long and I would not be bored. So yeah, one of my favorite servers is the Hive, because although there aren't like a lot of games, there is just the right amount that if you don't want to play something, you can play another game. And there are a variety of games on it, so if you like combat games, then you can play the combat games, but there's also like good games, like building games, and it's just very good. I just love it so much. I didn't actually play this until like this year. The last time I played Minecraft was in 2012, and I recently installed it again, and oh my